And Julie Waltz, who has 9 minutes, 3 from Robert Mabee, 3 from Patricia Curtis.
That works. Good morning. My name is Julie Waltz, and I am not with the protesters or the special interest group. I am here today because I respect my First Amendment right, and I am tired of the government trying to take away our rights. Every single day they keep taking them. I have some facts that I would like to present to this board. Could you please show the video?
Looking into it says it has found nothing to connect this group Anonymous with what you're talking about or death threats against members of the church. The FBI at this point says it has no reason to believe that charges would be leveled against this group.
Well, I disagree.
Supervisor Stone read this booklet, and actually he highlighted certain specific parts in it, and he gave us this exact copy. What looks like it's missing in here, though, and I'm just curious, it has no byline. It has no, like written by or prepared by. There's nothing in there about it. So I was kind of curious about, and we've also been trying to ask Supervisor Stone, in effect, why is he presenting something that has no byline? It's in a sense, pardon the pun, anonymous, at least who is writing this booklet here. And it's being presented as, in fact, convincing the supervisors to pass this ordinance. So why is this booklet, in a sense, anonymous?
The booklet's not anonymous. Members of the Church of Scientology were absolutely involved in compiling that information and documenting it because we were the victims of it. Sure. So we provided the evidence. It's also everything and anything in there is widely and easily locatable on the internet.
But it has no byline. It has no thing written by or funded by. That's just kind of what puzzled us about this booklet, because it became Exhibit 1 in a sense with the supervisors, the main exhibit that Jeff Stone used to convince the other supervisors that this is a hate group. Listen to this, and there was a very powerful presentation, but we just didn't know who it was by because there's no byline. That's why we were kind of puzzled by it.
Okay. I just told you that the church was absolutely involved in putting that together, and it was a compilation of information that's easily locatable on the internet.
I was going to ask you this at the next board support meeting, but now that you're telling me, I won't ask.
I'm not going to respond to these girls and all their crazy ass allegations.
They're not crazy. They're not crazy.
They're crazy.
No, absolutely not. They're there for our constitutional rights.
We're not being recorded, are we?
Yes, we are.
We're being recorded?
Yes,
you need
we
to
are.
tell me legally you're being recorded.
No, I don't.
No,
as long as I do. Thank you.
Okay, the facts presented here today are new facts that were not presented to the board or to the public before Supervisor Stone introduced the ramrodding of Ordinance 884. To reiterate on Sheriff Sniff's report, it speaks volumes. And to add to this report, there has not been any picketing incidents now or prior to show the necessity of the ordinance of Ordinance 884 in the county of Riverside. I asked the board to introduce a motion on the agenda for the repealing of the ramrodding of Ordinance 884. The language of 884 is not supported by Frisbee versus Schultz. In fact, the language of 884 not only puts protesters such as myself and you, Supervisor Stone, in harm's way, why it opens up the floodgates to allow sexual predators to relocate to Riverside County, where they cannot be effectively protested. In essence, you have laid out a welcome mat for all sexual predators. This ordinance was brought forth because a handful of protesters were picketing your special interest group. The ordinance was written on speculation and hearsay and presented by a special interest group to promote their own agenda. And it must be repealed. Not only is this ordinance unnecessary, it is an infringement on our constitutional rights. Why, in today's political atmosphere, if me, Julie Waltz, were running for California State Senate, I would want my name known for upholding the United States Constitution, not sidestepping it or trying to destroy it. You see, I am a very proud American. I respect my United States Constitution. I respect all the brave men and women who fought and gave their lives and are still fighting to guarantee my right so I can stand here today and redress my grievance. This ordinance must be repealed, and I guarantee you I will not stop until the ramrodding of Ordinance 884 has been rectified. And in closing, at the June 23rd, 2009 meeting, public comments, I shared some pictures regarding Ordinance. Wow, I don't even need this microphone, do I? I shared some pictures regarding Ordinance 884. Well, Supervisor Stone, you made comments that Mrs. Stone would like to have a copy of the pictures. So Ms. Bishop and we put together the two pictures I believe that you said she would like. The one of her hugging Mrs. Catherine Frazier, the director of Golden Era Productions, and you and your campaign manager, Jonathan Butner, at the John and Ken rally of May 2009. I thought those were the ones you would like. Ms. Bishop and we're aware that you're not allowed to accept gifts, so we are going to donate this to your campaign for you and Mrs. Stone to enjoy. And another thing I want to say, if we're supposed to protest 30 feet from the property line, that puts us in the middle of the street. Like at the Dokich house, that would have put us in the middle of the street. So that's not a very good public safety. That's not, that's not looking out for the public in reality. And I want to say, I'm shocked that people can stand here and receive awards, and we can applaud all we want. But whenever somebody else addresses the board, that's something that is not on your political agenda. Please, please, no applauding.
Ms. Waltz, I ask people not to applaud, whether it's for an issue I support or don't support. It allows us to get through our meetings more quickly. We have long public hearings throughout the day. People can wave their hands in support, and the board is very supportive of that. That's all we ask is a little courtesy there.
I respect your wishes, but if you go back through some of the Board of Supervisors meetings, you will see a lot of applauding for things that are on your agenda, but not for things the general public. Now, please repeal this ordinance. You're violating our constitutional rights. God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Waltz.